To set up Git in your Mac. So there are multiple ways you can set up Git in Mac, but I failed. If you do it through SSH, this is really easy. So I will take you through the whole step where you can, being a first-time user, you can set up Mac you can set up the GitHub connectivity in your Mac, and you can upload or update anything in your existing or the new repository. So the reason why I picked up SSH, I will let you know down the line what's the advantage of that. But when you follow my steps, you don't need any pre-installation. Yeah, as because we have terminal here in Mac, you don't need any git bash, nothing. This is the first time if you have a GitHub account, you can follow my steps and get your projects or get your stuffs uploaded in the Git repo. So let's come into the topic. This is the GitHub repo, my GitHub repo. I'm just logging into my GitHub. As soon as I logged in for this repo, I mean for this demo, I will create a repo. So going to new repository. What we can give? Okay, let's give the repository name as test, and in the description, I'm just giving like git test. But whatever the projects you're doing, you can put the description of the project. I'm going as a public repo. You can go for private, but it will all cost you $7 per month. So unless it is for your any financial benefits purpose, I don't think you will go for it. And this is the readme file where you can add description, some read description for users regarding your projects, and git ignore file. You have to update the extension of the files which you don't want to upload in your git repo. Just for an example, I'm saying if you have an exe file, you don't want to upload that, so you can put exe here, kind of. This for license, but I'm not doing anything of here because it's just for this demo connecting with the git. So let's create the repository. Yeah, now the repository got created. Good enough. So as soon as that is done, the next thing we have to do, we have to generate the SSH key. So you can go to this settings. When you go to the settings, you can see it has an email. If you go into this link, you can see what is the email ID tagged with your account. Please keep that email ID in your mind and handy with you because you will be needed that later. Then you have to go to this SSH and GPJ key. You can go there and you can see here we have a link to generate the SSH key. You can go there, and then there's another link, generate SSH key, and add it to the SSH agent. Here if you key, you just have to open the terminal. Let's open the terminal. Let's clear it up. As soon as you open the terminal, you have to, this is the command by which you can generate the SSH key. You just copy this one, paste it, and after a space you have to give the email ID what is tagged with your account. Yeah, it's generating the SSH key. It will ask you for the file name where it will store. If you don't give anything, press enter, it will be automatically take a file. It has a file name it will take. So I'm just pressing enter. So it's getting stored into this SSH folder ID. This one, it will stored there. But as because I had already set up my profile once, that's why it's showing the screen. I'll just say to override. But if you do for the first time, it will not ask for you. When you press enter on the file name, you will land up here where you need to give the passphrase. Please keep this passphrase in your mind because you will be needing this passphrase later down the line when you want to upload or when you want to set up the SSH key. You will be needed it. So please keep this one in your mind. You have to confirm this again. Yep. So now the RSA key got created and it got saved into this folder. So as the RSA key is already done, the next thing what we have to do, we have to add this SSH key. I'm not RSA key, it's SSH key. I was wrong. So as the SSH key, you have to add the SSH key into the SSH agent. So to start the SSH agent in the background, you can take this and run it. Yes, it went through and it is running. It generated the PID 68912. And then next thing, yeah, if you are using Mac OS later than 10.12, you have to update this in the config file. If you come to my case, yeah, I have a Mac 10.15, so while I set up, I followed the same step. So I will just show you what I have done. You have to follow the same. So take this location, then in VI editor you just give the nano, press enter. You can see the same one what was given here. I uploaded the same thing. I mean, I just cut paste the same thing. When you're doing first time, what you have to do, you have to do Control O, which will write into the file. Then it will ask you for the file name. You can have the same file name and press enter, and then you can do Control X to exit. As for my case, I had already updated it. I'm just doing Control X. I'm just coming out of this. So when this is everything is done, now this is the last step where you will add your SSH private key into your SSH agent. Just copy this and paste it. Yeah, and here it will ask you for the phrase what you gave. Yes, so now the identity got added. So when the identity got added, the next thing what you have to do, you have to add the RSA key into your Git repo. So for that, what you have to do, in this place you can see this new SSH key you have to add. In the SSH JPG, just click on new SSH key and you have to take the this thing. So if you just clear it, then VI, yep. So I will just show you what I did. So I just came to my root. Actually, we could have done like cd tilt and it will take you there. I'm just did like cd dot. I just came out to my root directory, and after coming to the root directory, as I was showing there is the place where my key is stored. So I'm just through VI editor, I'm just going there, and yeah, you can see this is the key, but this is the private key, not the public key. So let's see. So this is the place where they are storing the private key, but if you want to see the public key, you have to give the .pub. Yeah, and there you can see the SSH public key. Copy this key and you have to add it here. Just press it. You can give some name, like I gave like Mac SSH. Add the SSH key. This is done. So now here you added the SSH key. Now you can just came out of it. Escape colon X. You came out of this. So now it is done. So your Git in your Mac, your Git is set up through SSH. So down the line, whenever you want to update anything in this repo, whenever you want to connect with this GitHub, you don't need to go through any authentication. SSH will take care of it. You don't need to provide Git username and password. SSH will take care of the whole authentication. So now let's do a small example. I will upload something in Git and you can see how it's going. So just for this demo I created a small folder to upload. Mm, yes, so I'm just clearing the screen. So in this folder I have only one small text file I just kept. We'll just upload that into Git. So the first thing we'll do, we'll just do git init. It will create the .git folder which takes care of the whole Git workflow. And in Git workflow, very quickly I'm just saying, so how it goes, like it has three stages, but initially in the init place it will save a location which they say as the local one, they say as origin, and the remote one they do say as a master. And there is an intermediate staging area where they keep connectivity of both these things until you committing it. So that's the way it goes. So first thing you have to do the git init, and after doing the git init you have to add it. So you can do git add all because you have only one file, or you can specify the file name what you want to add, like here the work.txt. As soon as you done this one, then you can do a git status. Yeah, you can see my file got added, it's in green color. Changes to be committed, so now you have to commit the change, and as soon as you commit the change it will go out of the staging area. You can put like first commit something, anything. So the file got committed. Now when the committing is done, then you can go to this repo. Yeah, then you have to rename the branch. You can do git branch minus n. So the branch rename is done, then you have to add the remote. This is the one where you add the remote branch repo. You can just copy paste, that's got added. And as soon as that got added, now you can put push git push. You want to push all the changes from origin to master. Master doesn't exist. Oh, we just name it as a main. Yeah, we name it as a main, so it should go by the main. Yes, it's working. Yeah, branch main is up to date. If you do a git status now, so every time you do with any state, like what is the condition of go, you can do git status, you can see the current condition. So now you can see I'm on branch main, that's the main one. I mean the remote branch I already named as main, and your branch is up to date with origin and main. So this is my local and this is the remote, everything is now synced up. So now if I go to my git and if I click on my repo, the test repo what I get, yeah, you can see this folder got added. It has the description I gave. Yeah, this is the test git, and if you go to my folder, I think this is the one we had. You can see it has both the same thing. So this is the easy way you can set up GitHub in your Mac and easily, and you can see when I uploaded I didn't provide any credentials, anything. It just one shot, it got done. Down the line also, anything if I want to update in the repo, I can do it because the SSH setup is already done until unless you're deleting it. Hopefully, it will help you to set up your Git if you are new to GitHub and GitHub and haven't done any setup before. So if you like this video, please put your comments, and you can like it also at the same time if you liked it, and please put your comment if I like, and if you feel you need kind of more video in down the line, you can put everything in your comment. I will try to reply to your comments. Thank you for watching the